Jai Ho, my dear students. I am Ratnakar Suryavanshi from SK Public School. See, in this lesson, since from the beginning of this lesson, I mean in the federalism, we have mainly learnt about the two tiers of the governments, right? Which are those two levels or tiers of the government, central government and state government. About these two only we have learned, right? But you know that India is so vast a country, right? As India is a big country, and even in India only, see, some states are as big as the countries of Europe. In some states in our country are as big as some countries of Europe. For example, just in terms of population, if we take, see, Uttar Pradesh, in terms of population, Uttar Pradesh is almost bigger than Russia. Are you understanding? See, Uttar Pradesh is bigger than Russia in terms of population, larger than Russia. And Maharashtra is almost equal to the population of Germany. It is a country of Europe continent. See, this is what we have in India, a huge diversity, and even it is a vast country, a large country in terms of population. And even see, many of the states are they have internal diversity. Within the country, states also have internal diversity. Internal diversity. Within the states also there is diversity we can find in India. And see, because of this all, federal power sharing in India needs another level of government, another tier of the government. Because of the internal diversity of the states, and because of states in India are bigger than some countries of Europe. Because of these reasons, there is a need for the creation of another tier of the government in the federal system or in the federal power sharing system of our country. And that third tier of the government is local government. The third tier of the government is local government. Right? Local government we call it. So now let's come to the main point, that is decentralization. So as now we got that there are three levels of government, three tiers of government: central government, state government, and third one at the lowest level is local government. Right? See, here it is very important to learn about decentralization. What is decentralization? What is the meaning of decentralization? When power is taken away from central and state governments and given to the local government, it is called decentralization in India. When power is taken away from the central government and state government and it is given to the local government, this system is called decentralization in our country. It is called decentralization system in India. See, the basic idea behind the decentralization is that there are large number of problems and issues which can be best solved by the people at the local level. You know that in localities also we can find various issues, various problems. Who have better knowledge about all the issues and problems? Only local people. So if the local people have the power, they could solve those local issues and problems very easily. So because of this, decentralization was done in India. Even local people have better knowledge about what all the schemes required, how to spend money, what are the sources to get money, income to the government at local level. About these all, local people have very good knowledge idea. Because of this, decentralization is done and power is given to the local self-government or local government in India. And this helps to inculcate the habit of democratic participation of the people. See, this local government helped the people to participate in the decision-making system of the government, directly involving in the decision-making system of the government, and involving or participating in the decision-making system of the government. It is one of the principles. It is one of the basic principles of democracy. So, local government is the better way or it is the best way to realize one of the best principle of democracy. So that is involving the people into the directly decision making system. So this is what we call local self-governments. And then see here, the need of decentralization was recognized even in our constitution also. I mean, our constitution also said that there is a need of the decentralization. Since then, various attempts have been taken to the formation of third tier of the government or to give power to the level of villages and towns. To give power to the villages, I mean grams and towns, or to the cities. Various efforts have been made, and then say panchayats in villages as well as municipalities in urban areas were set up in all the states in India. Because of those attempts, what happened? Panchayats were set up in grams, I mean in villages, and municipalities in the towns or in urban areas have been set up in all the states. But all the panchayats as well as municipalities were directly under the control of state governments. And to these village panchayats, I mean to the gram panchayats as well as to the municipalities in the urban areas or in the towns, elections were not held regularly. Elections were not at all held regularly. So there was a little decentralization in effective terms. In actually, only there was a little decentralization was done in India before 1992. But a major step towards the decentralization was taken when it was taken in 1992. In 1992, a big step, major important step was taken towards the decentralization in India. The constitution was amended to make the third tier of democracy more powerful and effective. What happened? Amendment was done in 1992 to the constitution to make the third level, the third tier of the government, that is local government, to make it very strong and powerful and effective. Constitution was amended in 1992. Then what are the terms set to this? What are the terms set to this? See, first one, according to the amendment of 1992 to the Indian Constitution, now it is constitutionally mandatory to hold regular elections to the local government bodies. I mean, elections has to be held regularly. It is the duty of the government, state government, that elections regularly must be held regularly to the local self-governments or local self-government bodies. The next, second one, the states are reserved in the central bodies, and the executive heads of these institutions for the scheduled caste, scheduled tribes and the other backward classes. See, seats are reserved here. Seats are reserved in the election bodies. In the local self-government also, reservation system was brought. Seats are reserved in this. And see, seats are reserved in the local election bodies or electoral bodies and executive heads of these institutions for the scheduled caste or scheduled tribe or other backward classes. I mean, even reservation was brought to be the president of the gram panchayat or to be the head of the municipal council or municipality. Reservation was brought. To whom the reservation was given? Scheduled caste, scheduled tribe and OBC, other backward classes. And the third one is at least 1/3 of all positions are reserved for women. 1/3, I mean 33%. 33% seats in the elections of gram panchayat or in municipal councils have to be reserved for whom? Reserved for women. This is the third point. And fourth one, an independent institution called the State Election Commission has been created in each state to conduct elections to the panchayats as well as to the municipal elections. I mean, State Election Commission, independent State Election Commission has been or have been formed are set up in all the states to hold or to conduct elections to the Gram Panchayats as well as to the municipalities. This is the fourth one. And fifth one, the state governments are required to share their powers as well as revenue with the local government. Local government in each state. It is compulsory, and this is varied. I mean, the nature of the sharing is varies from one state to another state. Last one, fifth one, that is state governments were required. Law was brought according to the amendment of 1992. Last point is state governments were required to share their powers as well as revenue income with the local self-government. But the sharing amount varies from one state to another state. So these are the 5 important terms or laws or the points came into force according to the amendment of the Indian Constitution in 1992. This is a major step towards the decentralization in India. So in the next class we will learn about the Gram Panchayat, we will learn, even we are going to learn about the municipalities, who are the heads, how those are elected, and what are the tiers there in Panchayat system. 3 tiers are there, about those also we will learn in the next class. And at the end of this lesson, even we are going to learn about the women's participation, how women's participation in the local self-government elections are encouraged. About that also we will learn in the next class. Thank you. Jai Hind.